Hi, and welcome to the We Adventure Northwest podcast. I'm Wes, also known as We. I've been adventuring over 5 decades now, and man, do I have some stories to tell you. So join me, the intern, who just happens to be my wife, and the girlfriends. Yeah, she knows all about the girlfriends. So grab a beer and join us on the porch. Okay.
Go ahead. Hello?
What? Hello? Hey?
Hey?
Hey,
Hi.
we here with We Adventure Northwest, and to my left is my lovely intern.
Hey.
Say hi, intern.
Hi, intern.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Hey, what's that weird chirping sound? Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Is it a bird?
I don't know, but I'm going to give you guys a little background right now. I think it is. Holy crap.
It just landed. Good
What the
Lord.
fuck?
It hasn't been very quiet out here.
So here's the deal. We are doing this podcast remote.
We are remote.
Right? We're remote. We're in a little town in south central Oregon, checking out a few things,
Yeah.
having a few adventures, a few different adventures.
Yes.
And so if you hear any background noise and
Like traffic
or wind, remember we're not in the studio.
Nope.
We are remote, so we don't have our regular...
Tell them where we're at. Like where we're filming. Yeah, because we've
Yeah,
got
'cause
cameras all
these-
around.
Okay.
Where we're recording.
We're recording on the portable porch.
Yes.
So you know how we do beer on the porch. And then, so we are doing beer on the portable porch, which just happens to be the Adventure Lodge,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And
And we're in a really cool campground.
we are. It is. It's called Big Pine.
Big Pines RV Park.
RV
Yep.
Park.
Yeah.
And it's here in Crescent,
Yeah.
not Crescent City. Don't get.
No, we're not in
don't
California.
get. Yeah, we're not in California. We're in Oregon, and it's a little town called Crescent.
Yeah.
It has about one gas station,
Yeah.
a bar,
Yeah.
and
A coffee shop.
a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And that's about as big as it is.
Which we hit 2 out of the 3 this morning, but we're not going to tell you which ones.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But, like I said, don't mind the background noise.
We'll try to filter as much out when we
Yeah,
get home.
well, this is the fun part of being remote too, right?
No.
No?
I mean, sure.
Because there's a few trucks on that, because we're right next to Highway, 97?
Yeah.
Out
Yep.
of Bend.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yep.
we're kind of in between Bend and Klamath Falls.
Yeah.
That's where we're hanging today.
Your chair's making funny noises tonight.
That's not my chair.
Oh, dear. That's never good. So let's start off telling them a little bit about what happened a couple weeks ago that led up to this adventure.
Okay, so awkward pause.
Oh.
What? Are you yawning, Jesus Christ?
I am.
It's early.
It's not.
It is.
It's 7:19.
Oh my God.
It's late.
No, so...
No, you came home and you're like, hey, can you still get those days off from work? And I'm like, I probably can. Why? And you said, do it. I've got a surprise for you. And I'm like,
No, here's really...
great.
Let me back that up just a little
You
farther.
back it up.
Yeah, you back it up. No, so I was having a rough day at my first job.
Sure.
The job that pays all the bills.
Right.
Right? And I am fed up. And
Yeah.
I said to myself, I need to take the intern. We're taking a few days off. We're hitting the road. This is BS. I'm going to text her. So I text you and said, hey, can you still get a couple days off
Yeah.
from work? And of course you're like, yeah. Drop
Yeah.
of a dime, I can get a day off.
Yeah.
So I took a few days off. And you were really kind of nervous because...
Scared.
Yeah.
Uneasy. Yeah, because I know how adventures go when you plan them.
Because when I do it and when I go with the girlfriends, just load the bikes up. We have a destination, but that's about as far as we go.
Right.
We don't know where we're staying.
Nope.
We just kind of wing it as we go. We've always done that. That's how we roll.
Right.
Which is what makes us us.
Yeah.
Now you, on the other hand,
I don't roll that way.
you have to have a plan.
I do.
You get diarrhea if you don't have a plan.
Okay, that was telling a little much, but sure.
Well,
Sorry,
yeah.
guys. It's true.
I just speak the truth.
My anxiety goes out the roof. I don't like to fly by the seat of my pants. I like to have a plan. I like to know when we're going, when we're leaving, how we're getting there, how long is it going to take, how long are we going to be there, are we going to do things while we're there. I mean, it's a whole thing that comes with me.
Oh, yeah, and I've been on this roller coaster where I've taken you out on a...
Yeah, you've taken me out.
Yeah, I've taken you out on a vacation. Kind of plan it, but I don't plan it. And I do my normal thing. I have a destination and a few stops here and there, but I don't really have a plan.
And those have ended with us hotel hopping because there weren't rooms available.
Yeah. And,
so at least this way we're pulling our own room.
And you giving me the stink eye and saying this isn't cool.
Yeah.
So, but this time...
So I was a little hesitant to be excited.
Right.
I was like, wow... So, are you going to tell me what we're doing, or am I just going to need to drink wine?
You better drink a lot of wine.
Yeah.
But anywho, I asked you to take a few days off, and I got online, and I made a reservation so the intern could have... She's not really a boondocking, kind of roughing it traveler either, right?
In this I am, because it's...
Yeah, we could do
not.
that.
I mean, as long as the generator's working, I can have air conditioning and TV and all that.
You would much rather be in, if we could find a place to plug it in, have water, electric,
sure,
and even cable TV here and there.
Sure.
That would be
Wi-Fi
better,
would
right?
be great.
Yeah, Wi-Fi
that way
is
I
great.
can work.
Right.
Yeah.
So I made the plans.
Yeah.
But I still didn't tell you where we're going.
Right.
But I said...
And you even made plans for Steve so that he
didn't
go and cry the whole time.
So I had it all set up.
Yeah.
And you still had diarrhea anxiety because I wouldn't let you know where we were going.
Yeah.
And I had activities set aside.
Yeah. Because I'm not activities.
No.
I don't do activities.
No. You're an indoor pet.
Very much so. It's amazing we're still together.
I know it is.
But here we are.
Here we are. But it was like, what, maybe a week before we're heading out?
Yeah.
And you're like, I can just see, every time I even mention something, I could see the anxiety in you.
Sometimes I think you enjoy it.
And you're kind of getting kind of irritated with, I won't let you know.
Yeah.
Right? So I finally let it out of the bag. Where did I take you?
Crater Lake.
Crater Lake National Park.
Yeah.
In Oregon.
Yes.
So have you ever been there?
No. Nope.
So I thought it would be cool.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been here since I was a kid.
Right.
So
and we did want to do more things in our own state.
Yeah.
And this was only a few hours from our house.
Yeah,
so
like
it's
3 hours.
not like we were having to travel far away.
No.
We could have done this in maybe a long day trip, but it would have been a long day.
Oh, that's a long, long day.
And then you wouldn't have been able to ride.
No. And so, so the two-part of this will be Crater Lake adventure.
Yeah.
And then I got a dirt bike adventure coming up here probably tomorrow. So we'll make it a twofer.
A twofer.
Right? Twofer.
Hey, what did you get us to drink?
Oh, yeah, we got, should I really say?
I mean...
Because it was kind of it's kind of an epic fail. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, as long as you drink 3, the third one tastes okay.
I don't know if even the third one does.
We'll leave it out. It's a big box brand.
Yeah, big box brand, and you know what? It just wasn't the right choice.
It's okay.
I went on the cheap.
You did.
You have got to quit yawning.
It's just making me yawn.
Go get a bottle of wine or something. We'll start drinking wine.
We'll start drinking wine here in a minute. I'll perk right back up.
That's fine.
Because it's just putting me right to sleep. I don't have a buzz at all.
So let's do this.
Oh no, it's my first podcast sober.
No.
Watch out, guys.
Oh God, no.
This could be bad.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break here for our sponsors and give a shout out.
To all of our Patreons.
To all our Patreons.
Sure.
We're going to go crack open a bottle of wine.
Yeah, let's get some
wine. And then we'll be right back. So
okay, guys, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey guys, Intern here. Just a reminder, if you want to support the girlfriends as well as we, follow us over on Facebook at We Adventure NW, on Instagram at We Adventure NW, and definitely sponsor us over on Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/WeAdventureNorthwest, all one word. And if you have listener stories that you want us to read on the air, definitely send them to us. It's email address weadventurenw@gmail.com. And we'll get those on the air for you once a month. Thanks again, you guys. We really appreciate you tuning in. All right, back to the show. Ready, set, go. And we're back. Hey, guys.
No, you don't say it like that. You say it like this. And we're back!
Okay, we have not started drinking the wine yet, so we can't, amp it up that fast.
Oh, okay.
Can we?
Dang it, I don't know.
I mean, I guess.
I don't know.
You got...
Nope.
It's all right.
Hey.
What? Okay. I don't know where we were.
So, I wanted to start out with... We kind of got him up to speed what we're doing.
Where we're at? Okay.
But I make the reservations. Would you quit playing with your hair?
You're not the boss of me.
God. And so we hang out. Are you here? Are you here with me?
Yeah, I'm
Are
listening.
You
We hang out where?
So I'm finding out that with the intern, the portable porch in a campground is very
weird things happening.
Yeah, but it's very distracting for you.
It is,
and I get
there's
it.
So many people.
I get it. There's people and there's dogs.
Speaking of dogs, we left ours at home.
Yeah.
Not alone.
No.
He's with his auntie.
Yeah, and his 2 cats. So our adventure.
Yeah, today.
Crater Lake.
Yeah, got up, had coffee, blah, 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 blah.
Right, and I'm thinking, because you asked me, what time do you want to head out? I'm thinking, we should probably get going about 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That didn't happen.
No. I didn't get up till
8 o'clock.
8:30.
So
I was tired because we were fighting with that stupid heating and air conditioning all night long.
God, you know what? That son of a bitch.
And said, it's fine, the fan can run all night long and it's not a big deal. But it is, because all I hear is that fan running all night long and I couldn't sleep.
Here,
so,
if anybody out there knows how the heating and air conditioning works on these damn RVs, because I still can't figure it out.
What is the time thing? I know how to set the time of the day, but what is the time thing? It says 4 a.m. What happens at 4 a.m. on it?
I don't know.
Is that when it starts?
I just don't know.
I
think there's 2 different times on the damn thing.
I don't know.
And I try to set it, and it's either
And I think that bedroom is zone 1.
No, it's zone 2.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure.
I don't know.
And I'll prove it to you here in a little bit.
Oh, will you?
Yeah.
Look.
But anyways, getting back to this.
Yeah, if anybody knows how it works.
Can you email us? Because
we're
either smoking hot, which
hello.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Or it's freezing ass cold and the air conditioner won't shut off.
No.
And I've got it shut off to go off at 68 degrees or whatever.
Which
and
is
it's
too cold.
Still freaking, and it's 54 degrees
I know,
in
and
here,
then I get
and it won't shut
and
off.
It's it is so cold in here. I can't feel my face when I'm sleeping. Anyway, so that's why we got a late start, because I was up in the middle of the night messing with things because I couldn't sleep. So that's my fault.
And she was messing with the thermostat too.
I'm like, what?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're ridiculous.
This is an HR nightmare anyways.
Here's the thing. If you already don't know, the intern is also Wes's wife, and he has 3
girlfriends.
Oh,
you blew it.
Well, they need to know.
Okay, so yeah, if you're just tuning in for the first time, I have a wife, intern, 3 girlfriends, which the girlfriends are my riding buddies.
And I know all about them.
So it's only 3 guys I text, anyways.
It's ridiculous.
So anyways, give us a shout out, help us out on our air conditioning and heating.
Ugh. Horrible.
Where were we?
Well, that's why we left late this morning, which I think it worked out better because by the time we got there, it was incredible.
Oh yeah, but first,
oh yeah,
we need to rewind this because I figured, I think it's 40 miles away from here, right?
Right.
And pulling the trailer all the way over here, we got a half a tank, and I'm thinking, well.
You're with Safety Sally. It's better to be on the
Safety Sally. You better go get some fuel. So now we remember, there's only one fuel station in this town.
Yes.
I could drive down the road. Give them their business. We're here, right?
Right.
So I drive down here.
There might be a dogfight.
Dogfight. And so we go around and we drive around to the pumps.
Diesel.
Because there's only 2 pumps.
Yeah.
2 gas pumps.
Yeah.
So we drive around because obviously there's 2 cars in there. And they're pointed the wrong way. So we go their way.
Right.
We get in there, and we pull in slow.
Green
there's
handle.
no green handle, no green hose. But
nothing.
And of course, you, being smart as you are, you're like, I thought you said there's diesel.
Yeah. Hey.
And I said, look at the sign. There's gas
And diesel.
and diesel. Where's the diesel? We drive through really slow, like we're on a...
And she can hear the truck,
Oh,
so she
yeah,
knows that it's a diesel.
So, and she comes out from out behind the counter or whatever, and comes out and she looks at us, kind of giggling, huh?
Yeah, like...
And I go, yeah, diesel, right? And she goes, yeah, not right here. It's around the back.
The back way
where
came.
we already been.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who puts their diesel out there?
I don't know.
But anyways,
Small town.
that was awesome. I like how they put their diesel out there. You could actually pull a trailer through there,
Yeah.
and not inconvenience or worry about height or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we found the diesel pump,
And
right?
then you got out,
And
and
then
like
I
you were
got
gonna
out.
pump it, and I'm like, this is Oregon, friend.
Did
You can't just pump your
wait,
own fuel.
I know, but remember they passed a law a year
Some
or two ago.
places, not all.
So yeah,
No.
so we were in Zach and I were in Sisters, and we're sitting there waiting for fuel,
Right.
waiting for diesel, and the fuel
gas-
attendant goes,
yeah.
"Hey, guys, you don't need me to pump it. You can pump it yourself."
But didn't he say it's up to each station? So if
It
they're
is.
fine
It
with you
is,
pumping
yeah.
it, it's fine. But if it's not, it's not. So then I'm like, are you going to get arrested if you pump it? And you're like, I don't know.
You only get arrested. It's only
Wait, you're going to be a lawyer?
It's only against the law if you get caught.
That's not true. No.
That's how I roll.
Nope. Anyway, what did you find after you put it in the hole?
That's what she said. So then I found I put it in the truck, not the hole.
Sure.
And I'm pumping, and I go, oh shit! Right here on top of the pump, they supply you with surgical gloves,
Ugh.
the latex ones, and they're the clear ones, because like
They're
I
creepy clear.
Yeah, so I use the black ones when I work on the bikes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But these are like surgical, like you're at the doctor, and can you see that? Just picture that you
No,
blow
they're-
into them, and then you put them on your hands,
like
and you
the
do the snap. They
clear-
go snap.
You're ridiculous. Yep.
And so I'm looking at you,
Yeah, I know.
and I'm giving you the two fingers,
Yeah. No.
and I'm going,
Mm-hmm.
bend over and cough,
Nope.
and
And I
then
took a
look.
picture.
I know you took a picture of me, which we'll put on Patreon.
We will.
But I look behind me,
Yeah. And
and here's some guy and his wife sitting in their truck right behind us that I didn't notice, and he's just sitting there shaking his head at me.
he's
like,
not impressed with you.
yeah, he's
You're-
not impressed
you're
with my
dumb.
doctor
Yeah.
skills.
No.
So, yeah, so
He might have just had a prostate check.
he probably did, and it brought bad.
Too soon.
Yeah, too soon. Too soon. Bad memories. So, anyways, we get fuel, right?
Yeah.
Good experience. Get some
Yeah.
coffee, go,
Yeah.
and we're busting out of town.
Yeah. It didn't take us very long to get there.
No.
Not at all.
Oh, God. Who
What?
wants to tell them about our story going into the park?
No. There's a long line.
There's a long... Well, now...
There's a lot of
now
people
listen,
going in.
So, Crater Lake has a small window of opportunity that you can get in
Yeah,
for
I
this
wrote
adventure.
it down.
So what was the times? It's like
October and June they're closed. So July, August,
October
September. So
through
3 months.
June.
Yeah, October through June they're closed.
Yeah,
So they're open 3 months.
You got to remember, I think the lodge is like 6,000 or 7,000 feet,
Yeah.
and the highest part is 8,000 feet.
And there
So
was
you're-
snow up there still.
Yeah, so there's still snow up there.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of July. We're on the end of July.
Yeah,
kind of
well,
deal.
yeah. It's the 18th.
Yeah,
today.
so we're middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're heading up there, and I got a scare because just before we were leaving, this one guy I know said, "Hey, you're going to Crater Lake. You might want to call up there
and
check."
make
He
sure,
said,
yeah.
because I've been there in July, and
I've been snowed in.
they had been snowed in still, and
Right.
and they hadn't had all the roads plowed.
Right.
So I got on the webcam. They have webcams, and they were fine.
Yeah. Everything was clear. There was some snow on the side of the road, but nothing.
Nothing that we needed to be worried about.
No, not at all. So we get to where the entrance of the park is, and because it's a national park, there's a ranger station, and you have to pay.
Right.
What?
Are you close enough then?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm good. So we get up, and we're getting in line, and there's like 2 cars in front of us. All I remember, it was like a white sports car, and whoever was driving was like super impatient, and the line was slow to move. I'll be honest.
And I think we were in a line of maybe what do you think, 30?
In front of us?
No, not, well, we were probably in the middle of about 30 cars, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get in the park.
For sure. And there's RVs and there's...
And it's just like any national park. They have to process you.
Yeah, it didn't take them
It
all
costs
that
money,
long.
and you have to process you, but they go in through pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So
we're waiting there, and I think you noticed them, and I'm like, what are they doing? And you're like, I don't know, they're so impatient. They keep, like, whipping out to see what's going on in front.
Yeah, it's almost like they could pass everybody to get into the gate first.
It's like
and it's like, dude, you got traffic coming towards you.
Just settle down.
And he's nosed out halfway into the oncoming lane.
Other lane, yeah.
So anyway.
So then, out of nowhere, this girl gets out of the car, and she's got this baggy sweatshirt on and long hair, and these English riding crop pants on that have
that were sweatpants, but they look like they were sweatpants, but they look like English
riding
pants. What do you call
like
them? The horse riding pants?
Yeah, that have like the big hip.
Yeah.
Like, it was weird. And so we sat there because there's nothing else to do. We watched her smoke half a cigarette.
She was kind of entertaining, though.
She was like,
because you could tell there was something.
There was something up, right? Yeah, she was not standing still.
And I told
she was,
you
like, talking to herself.
Get your camera out. Get your camera out. We got to see
what is happening with her. This is weird. And then
she smokes a cigarette.
She smokes the cigarette, half of it, puts it out, and then she flicks it into the parking lot, and you freak a chord. You're like, it's a national park.
National park, and you just littered a cigarette butt.
Yeah.
In a national park.
Oregon, and it's July, and we're in fire danger.
And you're a
Not
dumbass.
Smart. Right. So then she goes and picks it up.
She runs and picks it up because she realized what she did.
She's like, dumbass. So then she reaches in the car like 5 different times.
Yeah, so she goes back to the car, but she's kind of acting weird.
She's acting weird. Weird enough that we're both like, what?
Yeah, because I said, well, that's what you get for doing meth.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. So then she gets like body spray and sprays herself off, and then she puts it back in the car and starts walking over.
And she kind of grabbed her stomach.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, so I did. That's what I said, because she grabbed her stomach.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so she did the spray. She kind of looked weird, and she's kind of stumbling around a little bit. And that's when I said, this is going on. Yeah, and she goes to the edge of the road, right?
Where all the baby trees are.
Yeah, and
crouches down. And
I'm
like,
where the edge of the road and the gravel are.
Trees?
Yeah, and she crouches down.
And then I lost interest. I'm like, whatever.
But I'm still intrigued at this because there's something going on.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh!
And I go, holy shit! She just
threw up.
Yeah, she just threw up.
And I said, what?
It was like, oh my god! It was
Projectile.
just like the movies, right? And no, you didn't say that. I said, oh my god, she just threw up. And you go, would you look away before you get sick?
I know, because you
and
will.
It's like, oh yeah, I would.
You will get sick.
And so I looked away, and I'm going, oh my god, what a freaking train wreck.
What happened? So then she's walking back to the car, and she wipes her mouth on her sleeve.
Yeah, and she's walking up with the car as we're moving.
Yeah.
And she's just walking on the outside of it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
this is weird. This is so weird.
Yeah.
What's happening right now?
Yeah, and then she jumped in the car, got a drink.
Yeah.
Got it, and jumped in the car.
Yeah.
And they went through the pay station.
They went through the pay station. I never saw them again.
And we never saw them again.
No, thankfully.
Never.
No.
But then, going through the pay station.
Yeah.
So I
thought, put this on Patreon.
Oh yeah, we're gonna put this on Patreon because you know me. You guys know me by now. We get there, we have to pay, right?
Yeah.
The Ranger,
yeah.
and you get the Ranger, and it's cool because he's got the whole outfit on, the green.
Of course he does.
Khaki green or whatever. Yeah. And he's got
the hat.
He's got the Ranger hat and all that. And nice guy, and I go, hey, I know I'm in my truck, but do you mind taking a picture with me? Because it's going to be for the podcast, and I'll do it for the Patreons.
Take a picture.
So he goes, yeah, let's do this, buddy.
Yeah. So
just like that, and it's like, what? Okay. So I leaned out to kind of
and we wonder
towards
why
the window.
The line was slow.
Yeah, right.
People like us are like, hey, can we
have a good picture? Yeah. So he was a really good sport. So
he was super nice.
So whoever's at the Crater Lake Gate on this date, dude, you
Great
rock.
Job, thank you.
Yeah.
You made his day.
Yeah. So then after that we head out, right?
Yeah.
Head out the park. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So we head towards the park, and you know where we're going. I don't. You get the map, or I get the map, and you're like, okay, so we want to head here and here and here and here. And I'm like, okay, I'm here for the ride. But I'll tell you guys, it's 850 million feet in the air. So, I think they heard your comment about not getting, it's not illegal unless you get caught. Or they come to get you.
Oh, no, I'm not. I don't have the keys in the ignition.
Oh my gosh. They're going to drive right by us.
I know. It'll
Sorry,
be cool.
guys.
So, see, this is the fun part about being on a live or remote.
Hold on.
OSP.
No. You are right. Nice
Yeah,
job.
I'm that good.
Was
Yep.
OSP.
So, anyways,
Hopefully
well,
nothing
there you go.
happens.
There's the sirens.
There you have it. So I am on the cliffside.
Well, wait a minute. So when we first get through there and we get up to the very first pull off,
Yeah.
when you get into the park and we get into the very first pull off, you can't see the lake just yet, but we go in this area and the parking lot is like full, right? And I drive through there to see if I can get a parking spot, and so we can get that first look,
Right.
right?
Something bad happened. We're out in the middle of nowhere. Hopefully nobody's been hurt, but it
Yeah.
sure sounds like it's
Yeah,
not good.
that's
So
not good.
anyway, so you went to the first.
So I went to the first
lot.
parking lot, the pull out where we could experience the lake, and I got
this
in
the
there.
very
And
first
the
time?
very first time
Okay.
I drove in there.
Okay.
There wasn't a place to park at all, so we had to drive through it.
Okay. Okay. So we get to the first parking lot, and you say there's nowhere to park.
I can't get it. I can't get a place to park. So, and like I said, I haven't seen it since I was a kid. You've never seen it, right?
Right.
So, I kind of know what I do know. I know what it looks like.
Well, I know what it
From
looks like from pictures.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Right.
So we turn around, can't get a place to park, so we drive up, and probably 100 yards maybe, and there's another spot that there's like no cars in,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because I think everybody when they
went to
come
the first
in,
one.
they go to the first
Okay.
one. It's
Yeah,
just
I'm
like
with you
that.
now. I remember.
Right?
Yeah, it was that first one. We came around the corner, and
Right.
you're like, okay, well, let's go to the second one.
Right. So we go to the second one.
Right.
We pull in.
Yeah.
Still can't really see it, right? We jump out of the truck. Well, we can kind of see it, but you can't really see it, right? Jump out of the truck.
Oh, I thought we could see it really
Well,
well.
we could, but we couldn't see down into the water,
Okay, right.
right?
Sure.
So we jump out of the truck, step over to the edge, and look down into that water.
Yeah.
What did you think?
That was amazing.
That
Like,
was-
I have never seen, and granted, we've been to a lot of places. West Yellowstone, we lived in Maui. I've seen blue water, right? This is nothing like either of those places. This was not a tropical blue. This was not like Yellowstone where it's a blue to a yellow to a green. It is a solid blue. Like, I can't tell
Oh
you.
yeah,
It's
I have
not
to
even,
agree.
it's not even sky blue.
No.
It is the darkest, royal, vivid, clear blue, which sounds like a whole bunch of words to explain it. And then around the very edges of the island,
Of Wizard Island.
and then the coastline,
and then the
air
edge
quotes.
of the
Towards
crater.
the shore.
Towards the crater.
It was like a limey turquoise green.
There was a lot of different colors of
Yeah.
green, and then it just instantly went to
That deep.
the deepest, darkest blue
Yeah,
imaginable.
I don't know how I would explain it. There isn't anything I've ever seen before that is that shade of blue and is that,
Deep,
and it looked
blue.
cold.
cold blue. Yeah, that would be a good.
Like, I stared at it and I thought,
comparison.
oh my
Yeah,
god, it's got to be cold.
It's got to be cold, and it is. I think you have the average temperature.
I do.
The water you
The
did your
top part of the
research.
water is 55 degrees.
55 degrees.
And the
holy crap.
bottom is 38 degrees.
Yeah, wow, that's cold.
Yeah.
That's cold.
And that's in the summertime. 38 is the bottom
So
all the time.
when you're saying the bottom, so how deep is this lake?
The deepest part of the lake, and remember, it's pretty equal. Like, it's not craters and valleys in this lake.
Right.
It's pretty solid on the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
1,949 feet deep.
Holy shit, that's almost 2,000 feet deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And do you want to tell them about the visibility thing? Because the water's so clean and
Yeah.
clear
Oh,
that you
it-
can see like 100
well,
feet down.
Yeah, and it set a record for clarity.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, they use it as a comparison to compare water. I mean, it's just water.
Yeah.
But I think they hold the record for clarity in any lake or any body of water.
Yeah.
and it was like 147 feet or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was,
Which is, and I said the thing that they were using to measure it was like a 12-inch diameter,
Yeah,
black
yeah.
and white
disc.
And I said if the disc was like a 48-inch diameter, you could see it further down.
For sure. But this has been used.
Yeah, for eons.
Right. And this is how they measure it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so the clarity,
But yeah, that water was just.
It's crazy clear.
It's beautiful, and there's no trees down. Should we tell them how it happened? Or does that come later?
No, I think you can. I mean, because Crater Lake.
This was the most impressive of all of our stops.
So I was
that
around.
That first one was the most impressive as far as what we saw in the lake.
Yeah.
And the beauty of it. It was early in the morning,
Yeah.
early in the afternoon. There was no wind, so the lake was like glass. It looked surreal. It didn't look like
a lake.
Real. There were no
real
wakes. There was no wind across the lake.
Yeah.
It was just quiet and blue and dark.
Yeah.
Even the sky. The lake looked like it was drawing color away from the sky. Like it was pulling the blue out of the sky.
Yeah, because the sky is just a sky blue. It's a light blue,
it's a
right?
Light
this
blue.
thing was like so deep and dark and yeah, it was crazy blue.
Yeah. And then I think my next favorite stop was when we went to the visitor center. The information center.
Because we learned a lot. Because I had been there and granted, I mean, I get it. I mean, it's a good educational place to take your kids.
Sure.
But I went when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I think I got way more out of it now at 52.
Yeah.
Than I did when I was younger.
Right.
Because I didn't appreciate what it really was.
Yeah, the learning part of it was like, I just want to hike and ride the boat.
I just want to burn a bunch of energy.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But this time was quite cool.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
But yeah, so we went over there. We went to the visitor center. So, and that answered a lot of our questions, right?
Yeah.
So I was around in 1980 when Mount St. Helens flew.
Yes.
And that was,
four.
that thing blew out the side, and all that material of the mountain went towards Spirit Lake and just filled the valley.
Yeah.
I assumed this is what Mount Mazama did.
Yeah.
Was just blow.
Because I was asking you, how did...
And that's what I assumed.
How did the crater become a lake? How did this happen?
So I want you to know right now, I'm humbled because never assume. Because that's not how it happened.
That's not what happened.
That's not what happened at all.
What happened is a lot scarier.
Yes. It was...
So it was a 12,000 foot...
And it was only like
volcano. 7,700 years ago was when this happened. Which, it just doesn't seem like that long ago.
Well...
That 7,700 years.
Sure.
I mean, we've been inhabiting this planet a lot longer than that.
Yeah, we've been together for 20 some odd years. So 7,700.
700. I mean, that's nothing. Right.
7,000.
Yeah, right. But...
So anyways, what happened? Why don't you tell the story?
So there was magma built up, of course, and it was putting pressure on the volcano. And it did have a small...
Now, how tall was this volcano?
12,000 feet.
Is it over 12,000
feet? Yeah, it was the tallest mountain in the world.
No, not in the world.
Wasn't it?
No.
Oh, in Oregon.
It was, in, I think, in Oregon it was the tallest mountain.
So 12,000 feet up in the air was this volcano. And it did erupt. But what happened was it had a small eruption off to the
one
side
of it,
kind of like Mount St. Helens did.
Uh-huh.
But then the vents around the shoulder of the volcano, which wasn't all the way to the floor, it was kind of like, it was pretty low though. Like,
well, it's about 6,000 feet down.
Yeah.
So it's about halfway down.
Yeah. The vents created a circular, like, fault line. And the crater, the volcano, fell in upon itself. It collapsed. So from 4,000
it
feet.
fell into its mantle, right?
Yeah. So 4,000 feet of the volcano fell down, and it fell into a 2,000 foot crevasse, like where the mantle was baking. So you have roughly 6,000 feet that was lost, because the crater's 2,000 feet deep. 4,000
from the water line.
Yeah, from the water line down.
2,000.
Right. So that was really, and they said it took 3 to 4 hours for all of that material
to sink
into the crater. And that's why I said most of the bottom...
thousands of years
for it to build up.
Build.
Yeah.
And it was all destroyed in
3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a matter of...
Yeah.
in the time of the Earth, would have been a blink of an eye.
Yeah. It was pretty cool to see, like, the computer animation that they did on the movie, and just to see how it fell in. And then there's the part that did explode, that did have the eruption. There's places over here that have over 300 feet of pumice rock.
Oh, yeah, of ash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 300 feet deep.
300 feet deep. And I did notice over here, it's this weird dirt texture, and it's pumice, like pumice stone.
That, and did you notice that, like, there's, like, dead zones?
Yeah.
There's, like, one, and they're called pumice deserts.
Yeah, and it's just pumice.
And I saw
Although
it on
Mother
Google
Nature's
Earth.
starting to take it back now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's little flowers, we'll post those too. Flowers are growing everywhere over there.
But I looked at it on Google Earth, and it's like, what is this anomaly?
Yeah.
And that's what it was.
It's like a white-colored pumice. It's light-colored.
Yeah.
It doesn't look... It looks out of place. And even where we're camping...
It looks like...
It looks like sawdust.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it is. It's different.
Pine dust.
Yeah.
Pine mulch. It's different. So anyway, yeah, I thought that was really, really cool. And you can drive the entire rim. There are some places that you have to go around some of the stuff, but it's a 33-mile loop, and you can make it in an hour. But what did the lady say?
You can do it in an hour, but that would be a shame.
Yeah, because there's so many pullouts.
There's so many pullouts. You need to look. There's so many places to hike.
And I'm glad when you were a kid you did the boat ride thing, because there was no way I was hiking down there.
No, that's a long hike, and
so we didn't hike.
No.
Sorry.
No, maybe next time.
Maybe. So yeah, that was, and they said 500,000 people visit the park in those 3 months that it's open crazy. Every year. But you were saying you noticed a bunch of license plates from like California.
Oh my gosh, no, there were so many.
Texas.
California, there's a lot of Texas.
I
saw Illinois.
You said New York.
I saw one New York.
Yeah.
We saw a couple of Florida. I mean, we saw a lot of East Coast plates.
Yeah.
That had driven over here.
Yeah. Made the trek.
Just to see the lake.
Which is really cool.
I mean, but it's quite a gem that we have here.
And it is the deepest lake in Oregon, and it's the 9th deepest in the U.S.
Wow, way to go, intern, on your homework.
It also gets 44 inches of snow each year.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and the reason that the lake originally filled up was the snow melt. There's no rivers, there's no inlet or outlet from the lake. So
that's why it's so clear, I bet.
Yeah, nothing feeds the lake, and the lake doesn't feed anything else.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And in the 1800s...
Can you fish in it?
You can.
What?
Well...
How'd they get fish in there?
They put them in there in the 1890s. And so ever since then, they're telling people, not only can you fish...
Yeah?
They encourage you to fish. There's no limit. Pull out as many as you want. You don't even need a license, because they want them out of there. There are species that shouldn't be in there.
Yeah, but can you imagine the hike down? I mean, you saw the rim. You drove under it.
Down there.
Can you imagine the hike down to get a fish?
No.
I don't know.
And there's only a couple of places, actually, in the lake that you can fish. One of them is from the bank, somewhere by the...
God, I got all my fishing gear, too.
I know
I should have brought it. I could have hiked down there real quick.
Real quick, yeah.
I'll be back in a day or two.
And the other one, I think, is off Wizard Island, so you would have to take the boat ride out there.
Yeah.
And then... Huh?
Which wouldn't be bad. I like boat rides. I know you're not a water person, but I like boat rides.
No. And people, like, had their swimsuits on, like they were swimming in 55-degree water.
Yeah.
Hells to the no. And then what about the Phantom ship? I didn't see how it looked like a ship. I mean, I get...
No, it does. It looks like a battleship.
I guess.
It does.
I didn't have enough imagination.
No.
Yeah.
Now, I remember this, though, when I was a kid, because we did do the boat ride.
Yeah.
And I remember they called it, I think it was like the old man of the lake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did a little research on that.
Okay, so I know it's a tree that had slid off the side or whatever. Yeah, so it was on the side, and of course with the snow and the melt and all that, things let go and erosion, and it had let go, but
the permafrost.
It had grown around a few rocks around its roots.
And they were frozen.
The root ball. And the whole root ball and everything went...
Yep.
And the tree went in to the lake.
Yes.
But the tree was buoyant enough to hold... It didn't sink to the bottom.
No.
It stayed above... part of it stayed above water, right?
Right.
And
well, no, it's a 30-foot tree. It's a hemlock.
Okay, so it's a 30-foot tree.
And only 4 feet
it's
stick
sticking
out of the water.
But it sits there and it bobs,
right.
and it's
it moves with
vertical,
the wind,
right?
Uh-huh.
It's not horizontal.
No, it's vertical.
It's vertical in the water.
So it bobs in the water.
So it bobs in the water, and it just makes its round as the wind pushes it around.
And the boat currents.
Yeah.
So it's been there for 100 years.
100-year-old?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it fell in there 100 years ago.
Well, I think I saw it maybe 40 years ago.
Yeah.
40-some years ago.
And it's still there. You think you saw it today. You pointed it out. It was pretty far away,
did.
But I think that's what it was, because that's what it looked like.
Yeah. And then we got hungry.
Yeah,
right?
we did. Yeah.
And there was one thing. So when I was a kid, I know.
Hey guys, Intern here. Just a reminder, if you want to support the girlfriends as well as we, follow us over on Facebook at We Adventure NW, on Instagram at We Adventure NW, and definitely sponsor us over on Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/WeAdventureNorthwest, all one word. And if you have listener stories that you want us to read on the air, definitely send them to us. It's email address weadventurenw@gmail.com, and we'll get those on the air for you once a month. Thanks again, you guys. We really appreciate you tuning in. All right, back to the show. Ready, set, go.
And we're back. Stop! I was freezing. I had to go get me a jacket.
Yeah, I went and got jackets.
What'd you just say?
No, I don't know.
It'll be fine because it swims on you?
Oh, yeah.
Rude.
Whatever.
You're
okay,
rude.
so...
Hey, let's talk about the Phantom ship some more, because it's 170 feet above the water, and it extends all the way down to the bottom. It was the...
It's hard to get a
It's some of the
gist of
pipes,
that.
aren't they? The plumbing? Isn't that part of the plumbing?
I think so.
Out? Okay. So this is where the lava once ran through the volcano.
Mm-hmm. And with erosion and all that, but...
Sure, and it's really pointy.
I know, I'm telling you, it looks like...
Maybe a pirate ship?
No, a battleship, with all the guns and the masts and all that, the stuff up there. That's what it looks like. Maybe we'll put a picture up for Patreons.
Okay, we'll have to get one.
Oh,
yeah, I took one.
Yeah,
okay.
And we'll put that picture
we'll
up.
We'll let you guys decide what it looks like. I think it just looks like a Tower of Terror.
No.
And then the pumice castle. Castle? The pumice castle. I thought that was really cool.
That was.
That was weird. And that was just strictly erosion. Like, those were part of the tubes.
Yeah, but like the pinnacles.
No, we didn't go to the pinnacles.
Those were, yeah, but wasn't it the same kind of thing where it was the ash that was like cemented, petrified, and it was actually...
Yes, so this is when it erupted thousands of years ago, and it would build up in these layers. And so when erosion happened, then you would have these columns of pumice, and they were rust color. They were really cool looking, but they looked like stalactites.
So, yeah, something like that.
But they more rounded. It was which one comes from the ground? Whichever, I can't remember. Stalactites or mites. Whichever one comes from the floor up.
But they did. They looked like pillars.
Yeah.
In a castle.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool.
And they extended way out.
Mm-hmm. And you walked to the edge so you could get a better look at them.
Yeah, and it was cool. It was worth it.
I was pretty much over the heights thing, because everything is like way high.
I know, and every time you go to the edge, even I made me nervous. In fact, I think at one time you would grab me in the butt or whatever, and I jumped like a little girl because I thought you were pushing me over. I thought this was my time.
No, wait a few more years. No, although it would have been fine today.
I thought, oh no.
No, your longevity's not reached yet.
Okay.
You have a few more years than you.
Right on.
Remember we saw that couple, and the guy was sitting down in the wheelchair, and I'm like, don't do it!
Oh yeah, don't push him yet. Don't push him yet.
Oh crap!
No.
It's gonna be us.
We're morbid.
We are. This is why we get along. So yeah, why don't you tell everyone how you like to scare me when you're driving? Because you've had experience with my inability to look over cliffs. And today you're like, hey, why don't you take a picture of all of it?
Oh my God, you were dumb.
Oh, jeez.
So the road up there is pretty narrow, for one.
It's very narrow.
And two, you're on the side of a mountain.
I am. You're on the safe side.
No, you're still on the side of the mountain, but...
It's sheer cliffs.
Yeah, it just goes straight down.
It does.
And
like
there's no shoulder.
No.
I noticed that too. There's no shoulder.
No.
And, okay, guys. The truck we have the black truck, the big black truck, which is
3500.
yeah, it's a 3500
It's a
HD Chevrolet, and freaking hood on it is so
It's
big.
big.
It's hard to see over anyways,
Yeah,
right?
especially if you're like going up a hill.
Yeah, and even I've had the thing for like 3 years now,
Yeah.
and I still don't.
Yeah, no.
It's still I get uncomfortable.
I don't like
right?
to drive it. Yeah.
So,
no.
so it's a hard to see, and so of course the intern here is going right, and I go, why don't you just
Yeah, why don't you
clear
take
your
a
mind?
picture?
Why don't you take a picture,
Yeah, take
or
a picture.
a film
Video
as
it.
we're driving,
Yeah, that's
and
just
you
what
can see it,
that
right?
helped. Yeah.
And so she goes, okay, fine. So she gets her phone out and she starts to play it. And I look over and you got it right
Right
off
out
the
my
side of the
window,
window,
yeah.
right? So it's like the
Everything's
trees
just
are going
flying
90
right by.
miles an hour
I'm not
by.
even looking.
And I go, hey, intern, that's going to make the people sick as a dog
Yeah.
when they're trying to
Put
look
it out
at
the
it. I
front
said,
window.
you got to put it out the front window so they can see where you're going.
I know.
And you can look down the edge.
Right.
So it's like, you're a train wreck
I know.
to begin with. So then I say, okay, enough is enough, right?
Right.
I said, let's go. One place I want to take you to is the lodge,
Oh yeah.
because
Well,
when
you were
I
there
was
as
a kid,
yeah.
when I was a kid,
Yeah. You
I
guys stayed there.
yeah, we stayed there. I was with
Yeah.
my sister, my cousin, and then my grandparents, and they took us. And I don't remember how old I was. I must have been 8 or 9 years old. So don't correct me on this, because
Oh, well.
I'm not sure.
Sure.
So
Not gonna
I'm
check your
about
word.
there, yeah. And so I go, we got to take a look at the lodge. I remember this huge grand thing, right? When I was a kid.
Yeah.
And we, of course, I have stories of being in it with my grandparents as a
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
But we get in there and we drive up to it, and it's like, man, this thing
It's
isn't as big
not
as
as
I
big.
remember, or as grand, right?
I know. Yeah, I think it was because the park was founded in 1902.
1902, and I think
1910 was when it was built.
1910 is when they
Yes.
started building on it. 1913 was when they finished it.
Okay.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So it wasn't meant to have a lot of people in there. It was very
Now,
basic.
did you say
and-
originally the rooms didn't even have
Yeah, some
heat
room didn't
or
have
beds?
heats, beds,
You
nothing.
brought
It
your
was
own
just you brought your own
sleeping bag
bedroll
or whatever.
all
Bedroll
that.
back then, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But no. So we're kind of giggling because the thing as a kid it looked huge.
Huge.
As an adult, it's not so huge,
It's not
right?
So
So we get in there, and I go,
they had the fireplace going. It was like
yeah. So we did have to
68
park,
degrees.
and I had to go in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, 65 degrees outside. They
Which
have the
was fine.
heat.
It was
They have the
beautiful.
fire going.
Yeah, they had the fire going.
Hey, the fireplace
That
was,
was cool.
incredible.
That was
It is,
cool.
and they had like 4 of
Very
them, 3 of
grand.
them,
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, very grand. And they made a little lodge
Look
really cool.
Yeah.
And,
It looks very rustic.
You know, they have the best view of the lake too.
Yeah, they do.
And that's the reason why they put that there.
And they have the outdoor patio where you
They
can
have
sit in the rocking, the
oh my
Adirondack.
God! Yeah, all the
Adirondack
rocking
chairs.
tracks.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
probably. What do you think?
30.
Maybe 60?
Oh, you thought
No.
more?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I think they have at least 50 or 60 rocking chairs, maybe more than that, just lined up with little tables. You can sit and
Enjoy the
enjoy,
lake.
rock it. Yeah, rock it.
Have
And
a
you can
beverage.
have a beverage, adult beverage if you want.
Yeah.
But it's there, right?
Yeah.
And then.
And then they have like a little area over by the restrooms in the lodge
Yeah.
where we found out that they had to do a lot of restoration because when they started
Yeah,
cracking and
yeah,
stuff.
because they have like a visitor center
Yeah.
there, and they show
Back in 1990s, they had
is
to do
when
a
they
lot.
remodeled it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They had to do a lot of retrofitting, and they had to go in and like dig a basement underneath, and they did a lot of things.
well, because it really wasn't structurally
No.
sound.
No, and you have to remember because we were talking about when we had lunch that back then, because somebody made a comment.
Why
well,
didn't they put in
the
bigger
big
windows?
Picture windows, and it's
It's
like,
like,
well, they
This was
brought
built
all
in
up
1910.
with mules
Yeah,
and carts. There's no way they could have brought 800-pound
I know.
picture
I
windows.
know. I like how people think that what we have today is the same
Same
thing
thing
we
that we
had
had
in
back then,
the
right,
1900s.
yeah.
And it's like, no.
So they
it's
had all
more
these
primitive.
small panes that
Right.
they made glass
Yeah.
out the windows, but I
They're
thought it was
awesome views,
cool.
anyways.
I thought
I
it was
think
way
I think
cool.
I think they fit the lodge
They do.
perfectly.
They do. And I totally agree.
But we decided, we go, gosh, we're up here.
Yeah.
We have 3 choices to have lunch. Where would you have lunch? Would
Yeah.
you have it at the Visitor Center Cafe?
Yeah.
Would you go down the road and have it at some little restaurant,
Yeah.
mountain restaurant?
Yeah.
Or would you have lunch
At the lodge.
at the lodge
Yeah.
that was built in 1910?
Yeah, that overlooks the lake.
So I'm gonna say lodge,
The lodge place.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so we have it, and we go to little maitre d' or whatever. What do they call? What do they call it? Hostess.
Yeah.
And we get in there,
Like 2.
and it's we want 2 people.
Yeah.
And it's like 105 degrees.
It is 105 degrees.
inside
That's where the
there.
other
It's
fireplace
like,
was.
It's like holy shit!
Holy
it's
wow,
hot in
it's
here.
warm in here.
So
Yeah.
we got in there. We had a very nice lunch though.
Yeah.
Very
Was
nice.
it John was our server?
John was. I want to give a shout out to him because he was having
Gosh.
kind of a rough day.
The
And,
kitchen was not helping
The
him.
kitchen was not helping him. He had a lot of rough customers.
He
I'm going to
did.
say he handled them very
He
nicely.
did, but I think those customers were not enjoying the whole thing. Like,
So here's
You
what
know
I
what I
say.
mean?
Yeah, I and you know me because
I do.
that's why I started this whole thing.
yeah,
Is life is an adventure.
get out and live.
Get out and live. You have one shot at this. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to complain all the time?
I mean, no.
No, of course you're not going to complain.
No.
You're going to live this one life, one chance you get
Right.
to the fullest. So you need to do that.
Right.
I know. So we have some neighbors coming in,
neighbors
so
are
some
living
moved in, so we're
So here's
yeah,
the
so
grandkids.
yeah.
If
So
we were
it's
on
fun.
that Saturday.
And this is what is fun about doing. We're out of the studio.
We are not in
We
the
are.
studio.
We're doing. Like I said,
We're
if
live
you,
in
if
a
you forgot,
campground.
we're live in a campground.
Here we are.
We're doing a remote portable
You have your Buffalo
porch.
check jacket on.
I do.
Look at you.
My flannel.
Yep.
I'm cold right now.
Hey, speaking of
Yeah.
that, I'm just looking at the red. So while we were at the lodge, remember I saw that lady, and I'm like, life goals right
Oh
there.
my gosh, yeah.
Right there.
She
was
had the
probably-
big glasses.
She had the
Remember her big
red
glasses?
framed
Yeah.
glasses. Full of piss and
She
vinegar.
rocked it.
She was probably, I'm going to say, late 70s, early 80s.
I'm gonna say very late 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she walked up to the server.
I wanted to shake her hand
And
because
she's
she
like,
was unreal.
Hi, do you ever serve out on the patio? And they said, yeah, sometimes we do. And she goes, how about today? And the girl goes, yeah, we could do that today. And so she walked out.
No, tell her what her husband said. No,
No,
let's
don't
not,
ask him. Don't bug him.
let's
Don't
not
bug him.
Let's not,
And she's like,
and that
I'm
is-
asking.
And that is so you and
It
I.
is, yeah.
Because I am that little lady that
Yeah.
says,
I'm gonna
let's.
ask him.
I'm gonna go do it.
And I'm like, no.
And you're like, don't embarrass me.
Don't ask him to put Brussels sprouts in your
Yeah.
mac and cheese. They're busy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like, no, I'm gonna ask him to do
Yeah,
that.
you will.
Oh.
So anyway, she's my future.
Yeah.
I want to be more
for
like
sure.
her. Not like the lady that was sitting next to us.
Oh my
complaining
God!
about
Just
not
complaining
having
about
blue cheese
everything.
salad
yeah.
dressing on
oh
her
my
Cobb
God!
salad.
Deal with it. That's what I say. Deal with it.
It was rough. I felt bad for our server.
Just-
I really did.
Just take another path.
And then at the end, he apologized to us, and we're like, "We're sorry that
I know.
you're
So
having
we're
to
the good
do all of
customers. Yeah.
this."
So we're the good
This is awful.
customers,
Our
and we're
food
saying
was amazing.
and
Yeah.
saying, "Hey,
We had
dude, you're
great
doing a great
time.
job."
Yeah.
He comes back with a bill and says, "Hey, the beer is on me,"
Mm-hmm.
and says,
And we're like, "No,
we're fine. We're not complaining."
No,
he
no.
goes, "No,
Thank you.
no,
Yeah, he's like, "Thank
we
you."
bought you the beer," and it's like, "Oh man, you're awesome.
Don't worry."
Yeah, you're doing good." So,
Yeah, he was.
so that's kind of how we ended our day.
It really was. And then we finished the loop, and I can tell you there were some cool things we saw as we finished going around the lake, but the favorite part for me was that first look down into the crater and realizing I have never seen these colors before in my life, ever. You can't paint them.
No. I have to agree with you because that we made the whole 33-mile loop,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And even getting at, well, I mean, we stopped at all the stops and we got
did.
out and looked.
Yep.
But it was that first, I think it was that first, second, and third stop before
Yeah.
we got to the lodge
Yeah.
that was just so incredible
Yeah.
to me that's what.
And then there were people in the movie who raised their hand that they hadn't seen the lake yet, like they were coming from the other side, and I thought,
They were coming down from
Oh,
the south.
I'm glad
Yeah.
we did it the way we did, because
Yeah, we
if
took
I
the
would have seen
north
all those
entrance.
other looks of the lake,
Yeah.
I would have, by the end, I would have been like, I don't need to see another one. And that was the best one.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
so I'm glad we did
Yeah.
it the way we did
Yeah.
it. No, that was a good adventure. I'm proud of you. Everything went really smoothly, and I didn't have anxiety.
And then Yeah, but then I'm going to end this because we are an hour into it already. But we go to this one. What was it? Is this something Steel Visitor Center?
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
and we come up here, and here's these big red stop sign, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
under the stop sign it says 3-way.
Yep.
So what do you think the intern says? Now she doesn't say, "Oh, it's a 3-way stop." No, she says it as "Stop. It's a 3-way." And of course, you know what I'm going to say. That's
Okay.
what she said. So we'll throw
so
that
true.
picture up there too.
We will.
So
Yes.
so with that, I mean, it was a good adventure today.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's not as much as we love dirt bikes and playing around.
Sure.
Some days you just got to have an adventure like this.
Well, and that's just encouraging safety Sallies like me.
Yeah.
If you're not a hiker, that's fine. You can still do stuff.
You can
still get out there and
enjoy that. Yeah.
Our national parks. You
For
can
sure.
enjoy destination adventures.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the adrenaline junkie like Wes is and
No.
the girlfriends. You can be scared and timid and still live life.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
throw that out there.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I had fun, so thank you.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So let's.
I don't know if we can clink.
Well, I don't know, but you know what? We had a good day.
Yeah.
It's getting late.
Yeah.
It's getting cold.
chilly.
It's getting cold
Yeah.
here on the
I
portable
gotta
porch.
go figure out how to do the heat.
Yeah.
Dang it.
No, it'll turn on. So let's end the show like we always do.
All
okay. Yeah, we'll let you in on that one too, Patreons. So let's end the show with the clank. Oh, that was terrible. I'm in aluminum wee glass, and you got the glass wine. So, you guys, be safe out there.
Have so much fun.
Yeah, have an adventure. Whether you're going to the grocery store or going to the lake.
Going to the lake.
Have an adventure, and like I said, be safe out there and have fun.
Yes, thanks for coming back.
Yeah, see you guys.
Bye.